Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Morocco. Before we start playing today, there are a few things I would like to talk about quickly. So first of all, I'd like to thank you again for all your comments, especially one this time because it helped me solve a problem that I had for quite a while, how to share the initial save files of my Let's Plays with you guys, and it was recommended to me that I should use Google Drive. I can't believe I didn't realize this earlier. I used the Google Drive before. For some reason, I didn't realize I could use it for this purpose. But now, when I'm aware of this option, I will link. Or I will post a link in the description where you can download all three initial save files of this Let's Play, all those three options that we had right from the start to choose from. So you can try to play with me, or if you like some of the other starting locations, you can try to play there, see how that would work. So, as I said, in the description of this video, there will be a link to Google Drive where all those three files will be available. So that's one thing. And the second thing I forgot to do in the previous episode, I promised that I would quickly go through our unique abilities. So let's do it here. We will have to do it through Civilopedia, but hopefully we'll see everything that we need to see here. So first of all, our unique ability, Gateway to Africa, +1 to all yields in capital paired. Unique trade route partner, scaling with era. And the trade route yields to or from Moroccan cities are not affected by distance. The important part about this is that those trade routes don't have to originate from the capital city. So even though our capital is not coastal, we will still be able to get these bonus yields from overseas trade route. We just need to get some of our cities on the coast, which really won't be a problem with our starting location. So we'll just be sending the naval trade routes from the coastal cities, but our capital will be getting this unique bonus. So that's important. And the second part, can plunder trade units connected to unknown cities without declaring war. This is very interesting, but the problem is this gives negative modifier and pretty noticeable. I think it's like -40. And it's called like stealing, something like that. So we don't want to be aggressive in this game. Most of our wars will probably be defensive unless I'm forced to like shut someone down. And like shutting someone down would be the only option how to win the game. I want to play just in my territory, defend, and do something, I don't know, culture, diplomacy, I don't know, something. So we want to be friendly with others. I'm not sure how good idea it is to try to build up as many positive modifiers as possible and then just basically negate everything by plundering 1 or 2 caravans and getting a few hundred gold. I'm not sure. It looks really good, but in the end it really hurts you if you don't want to be aggressive. So yeah, maybe early we could try to shut down Darius with this. We won't be friends with him anyway. There will be an early war with his immortals, so anywhere we can hurt him, we should exploit that. And also this would give us some extra gold early, which is useful. If you can plunder a caravan, like the first caravan right away, that's basically a free unit for you. It's what, 150 gold for the caravan, and you can buy an archer for 170. So that's a pretty good deal. But other than that, I'm not sure about the second part. So that's our unique ability. Then we have unique unit, Berber Cavalry. I don't think this one is very relevant because it replaces cavalry, so industrial era unit. And that's my problem with basically all the units that come in the Renaissance era or later. By that time, the game is usually decided. So if you are already winning, you don't need a unique unit to win more. It's just something new, something unusual that you can play with, but it really doesn't decide the game. And if you are losing, you are usually, or the unique unit usually won't save you. So yeah, I'm not sure. The relevant unique units really are the early game ones. in the late game, it's just you already have one, or the unique unit won't save you, as I said. But we'll see, we can try it. The good thing about this is that, where is it? Ignore terrain penalties. It will be nice because we have the deserts everywhere and the hills, so it will be able to move quite fast through the rough terrain. Oh, well, we'll definitely try it, but yeah, not a big fan. And then we have our unique tile improvement, the Kasbah. This one is interesting. The Kasbah can only be built adjacent to an owned city, so it kind of limits the amount of Kasbah that we can get. We don't want to start that many cities. I'm thinking like 5 maybe, and then we stop. We'll see how much room do we have around. It provides additional food production, gold, and culture. That's what you can see here. Adjacent fishing boats and coastal tiles gain +2 gold and culture, so that will be relevant for some of our cities. It also... Oh, actually, +2 gold or +1 culture respectively, so it's either one or the other. But yeah, we will have some coastal tiles here that will get either one or the other. We have some fish here, so there will be work boats. We'll see how much we can get from the second part. It also provides a 30% defense bonus, which is nice, that's really nice, and deals 5% damage to adjacent enemy military units, making sieges a bit more annoying. And connects any luxury or strategic resources underneath it to your trade network. So we will be building Kasbah on multiple incense tiles, and maybe if we get like iron, something like that, we could connect it with this as well, but we'll see about that. The important part for us is it's going to make some of the incense tiles a little bit more interesting. Okay, so that's our unique stuff. And now the probably most important question of this episode: which pantheon do we want to take? There are so many recommendations, and like none of them were wrong. You could take like 6 or 7 different pantheons here, and always like defend your choice, and you wouldn't be wrong. But for what I want to do, the ancestors worship is probably the best option. Like the final deciding factor for me here was the science that I can get right away, and the fact that with ancestors worship I get all these yields in my capital immediately without having to invest a citizen. Right? I won't have to like lock a tile in order to get these yields. In the long term, Ancestors Worship will be weaker than some other options, but I would like to get some early wonders, some more early wonders. And for that, I need the science to get in time to those tags that are required, so that I can start working on those workers like early enough. So this is my choice, but again, I'm saying there were like 5 or 6 pretty strong like contenders for the Pantheon this time. Spirit of a Desert in the long term would definitely be better than Ancestors Worship. Then Goddess of Springtime wouldn't be bad. Goddess of Fertility, I was really close to picking Goddess of Fertility. That will allow us to work some extra scientist slots very early. Goddess of Beauty works very nicely with tradition. Even God of War would work. God of the Sun, here is some science, but we only have 5 floodplains. So there will be 2 science maximum, and our secondary cities, from what we can see right now, won't have any floodplains, so we get more science from Ancestors Worship. But again, it wouldn't be wrong. The extra yields from granaries are really nice. And I think there was another one. So maybe these are like the like main options that got most, let's say, votes. But as I said, I want the signs, I want my yields right away without the need to like log some different tiles or anything. So we go with Ancestors Worship. And now we can start playing. So what we want to do is first to get rid of this encampment, probably. Okay, there's the damaged brood. Try to get rid of him first. How are we doing here? I should probably check our tile assignments. I made a mistake in the previous episode with tile assignments, so I lost some culture because of that. But this time it looks fine. Okay, go. There we go. You have time for some healing. And keep going. We got the marble. I was hoping for the wheat. I'm actually not sure if that was even an option. Next, we get the floodplain. So it's probably floodplains and then the wheat. How long is it gonna? Actually, just 8 turns. It's not gonna take too long. Yeah, the border growth this early is pretty good. We have a ton of culture for early game. So getting new tiles really is not the problem. Keep going. Singapore targets nearby encampment. Which one? Is it really this one? Oh, that's a good timing. But now it's very important that we don't lose the camp. Let's try to move behind it. Make sure that there are no like pathfinders around that would be able to steal it. And sure enough, there is one. Oh, that was unexpected. Can we just take it now? Come on, hit the thing. Oh, that was easier than expected and faster than expected. Okay. That actually doesn't really matter here. They'll get those great general points, but one of the things that I want to do in this episode is steal a worker from Singapore, so yeah. Influence is not relevant. Now we get trade. Actually, we get the trade a little bit earlier. 1 turn earlier than I thought we would get it. So we will delay the Petra by 2 turns. I really want to finish the warrior. Go queue it up, that's for sure. And now we go for writing as fast as possible. Try to get the Great Library. Now when we are here, do they have a worker already? Nope. Let's try to keep an eye on them. Now when the barbarian camp is gone, I think the city-state will start working on, or start training work right away. And can go, I think this way. We have another barbarian camp. Once we are done with the barbarian camp and have the warrior, we'll check Persepolis again and maybe try to steal either their first settler or another worker from them. Not that we need it, but I just want to do as much damage as possible to Darius before he gets his immortals. It's possible he already has those immortals, in which case you would just have to go back, but it's worth checking, that's for sure. There's the worker, but they have it protected, and the warrior doesn't look like wants to move away. They can build 2 farms here. Maybe we do want to go probably this way. Maybe once they finish this farm, the worker moves without the protection. Hopefully. Once they're done with these 2 tiles, I'm not sure that we have like more options to steal the worker, at least for quite a while. Oops. Okay, let's get out of there. I was thinking about killing the hand axe, but it seems they just spawned another unit. Is he still there? Nope. Okay, let's get this kill. Try to keep an eye on this worker. One stupid hand axe. Barrage. Back. Block this tile. Hit the camp again. This is delaying everything. I really wanted to get to Persepolis. And I think he just bought this tile. I don't believe the board naturally grew the amber this fast. It's possible he has mining, which is very likely he needs mining to get immortals. And he has a worker heading there. If there is a worker heading for the amber, it would be very easy steal. Come on, dude. Move. I'm thinking if I really have to steal the worker from Singapore, I could get the worker from Darius. Kinda need the gold. Don't have an like easy way how to get cash early, so I was thinking about just stealing workers and even selling some of them. It's not much, but it would give us our second archer much earlier, and we need to get our military somewhere while still working on wonders. Yeah, thank you, stupid Indonesian Pathfinder. That's exactly where I don't need you. Would you please just go to hell? Still works. Okay, make peace. Feel bad, but we got the worker. Are we done? Or indeed. It's gonna change anything. Actually, it's gonna save us a turn on the growth. I'll take that. Move forward, work another farm. You guys will move to Persian border. Check if there are immortals and workers. Maybe settlers. And now, if we could get one more worker and sell it, we would have exactly enough to get another archer. "27 turns, 24 turns, and the difference is 21, 23. Actually, the difference is not that significant. Can save, what, 3 turns on the wonder? Definitely worth it. Okay, wait. Is here. What are you doing? Why not working on the... Actually, isn't Ember a resource that needs... how's it called? On this thing. quarries. They changed it. You need a quarry for amber, not a mine. If we went for immortals, yeah, he wouldn't have access to quarries. Interesting. How many tags does he have? 5. Thing. Adopt policy, that's what I wanted to do. Well, the only option is justice, but I would go justice even if we had all the other options open. Justice got a small boost, but an important boost. It now gives +1 protection to all cities, which is quite noticeable for new cities, right? After you found a new city, that +1 production can be like 10 turns difference on first few buildings. So this is a nice boost. The 50% range combat strength will be pretty relevant, I think, in this Let's Play against Immortals. And also, this will speed up the Petra quite significantly. We are on 23 turns, down to 17. We also saved like 2 turns on the growth. But I will delay the growth a bit now because I definitely want to work the guardhouse. How quickly can we get our engineer? 52 turns. That's still slower than I expected. Actually, we will get extra engineer point from the Petra. The Petra is down to 15 turns. So let's say 40-ish turns to get the great engineer. We have 30 turns to get writing. That is more or less lined up with the next social policy. The next social policy is the 4th one. Basically, we get writing about the same time. We get the 4th social policy. It's going to allow us to start working on the Great Library. And with like 40-ish turns or the Great Engineer, we should get the Great Engineer when we are like halfway done with the Great Library. So we pop him immediately when we get him and finish the Great Library with him. It's lined up perfectly. Question is it fast enough? Now, let's move closer here. I want to move the archer closer. Definitely not on the hill. I could maybe do is move him here to have vision behind the city. So far I don't see any immortals. I don't see that many units anywhere. There is the Pathfinder. Probably shouldn't be a problem. I just hope there isn't an immortal here, or there could be. Oh, the river. See, the river probably goes this way. So there might be a unit on this tile that could be a problem. It's worth it. No, wait. It's not worth it. You will move back. You will wait right here. And we wait for the worker to finish whatever he's doing. So that we can then pillage it and get some extra gold. It shouldn't take long. 2-3 turns. Go. You can sit here. Was that an immortal that I saw there? Oh. Maybe I waited too long. I was greedy there and I think it didn't pay off. It's just spitting units out every turn. Yeah, there is an immortal. Are you done finally? Nope. I hope that immortal just goes hunt some barbarians. Yeah, I think they are gone. This is such a bad idea now. How much money does he have? Should have checked that first. His income kinda sucks. He doesn't have that much money. I'm hoping that he sends warriors if he tries to attack, and we'll be able to kill his warriors before he has time to upgrade them to immortals. And move back and hit the warrior. I hope we can get out of here. Oh, you're going up. Perfect. So that works. I can now go this way. Look like I'm trying to follow the warrior. Oh, and I think my mouse is running low on power. The battery, I will have to change the batteries. Hopefully it's enough for this episode. Let's hit this guy. 6 turns, 4 plantations. We can work on the farm for a bit. He's running back. How are we gonna do it? Back. I can't afford to leave the warrior here. It'll be too risky. This is the best option that we have for at least some forward vision. You'll sit here, you'll move back. Come on, one more turn, then we can get another archer. Damn, this was such a bad idea. I knew I shouldn't do it, but I'm so greedy. Just checking that this is the guy that we just stole. Yep. Rid of him. Now we have 183 gold per... I mean, not gold per turn, gold. Let's get the archer. We'll just keep going. And now it's safe to send the Pathfinder do what he does best and try to find some more city locations. Okay. 5-foot tile, that's nice, but the problem is don't have anyone to work it. Can't afford to lose the production, or can I? Actually can afford to lose the production, look at that. It's still 7 turns, how is that even possible? This is why I want to micromanage your cities as much as possible in Vox Populi. Won't lose any time on the Wanderer, but we'll save 6 turns on the City Growth. That's huge this early. I actually believe that losing the production doesn't make any difference. Oh, this scared me a little bit. Okay, how does it look like? 2 turns for the calendar. Make sure we don't lose the worker to some random pathfinder and get ready for those plantations. More pantheons. Let's actually check those pantheons quickly. Unknown, unknown, unknown. Indonesia, what does Indonesia have? A God King. Yeah, the AIs really like God King. I'm not surprised with the bonuses they have. They can build up the yields pretty quickly. Goddess of Festival. Someone has God of War. So whoever has the God of War will be a problem, but it's important. It's not Darius. Darius with God of War would be such a pain in the ass. Hard to say how effective these two will be. Okay. Go. Oh, I think I see our city location right here. Double fish, double bananas, possibly even more. Barbarian. Ah. Let's do something about that. We'll provide cover. You will get ready for the next turn. And you just made a mistake. Go. Again, the feeling that I forgot to do something. Oh, he ignores me. He's actually losing the fight with the barbarian. What is this? Most stable nations. What a big surprise. And there is calendar. So this time, I don't think we have a chance to get pyramids. 24 turns. It's not too long. It would be 28 turns from now, but the problem is we need settlers. I can't afford to go for pyramids. Instead of pyramids, we can get what? We can get 2, maybe even 3 settlers if I slog different tiles. I think I'll even cancel the shrine. Careful this time. The last thing we need is to run into immortals. Should have done this differently. I should have used this worker to work on this incense. I'll switch it next time. I've lost like 2 turns worth of yields this way. Oh, hey. Please attack me so that I can kill you. I could maybe position the Pathfinder here. Keep an eye on those immortals. Oh, hello, city state. Who are you? Prague. With a quest. Is it this camp? Of course it is. Okay. And they stole their worker. Give me. Oops, I didn't want to move this way. I wanted to move here. Go away. Do you have extra movement through deserts? Nope. So hopefully he's just gonna run away now. This is annoying. Or maybe it's not. I can cover the worker. Well, that matters. I took the worker back. Crap. And the wonder. What's this one? 2 food, 2 faith, and the scaling food. Promotion for newly created valid units if owned by player. Sacred stabs. I see 3 padas so rarely, I don't even know what secret stabs do. Come on. Sacred. Was it sacred? Stabs. Oh, holy moly, +2 movement. Prague, listen. Let's talk about the wonder, about the ownership of the wonder. Not sure if I really have to work the wonder. But I definitely want to own the wonder. We either start the city here and then pop a citadel on this tile. Or we start the city here and pop the citadel on this tile anyway. Then we could... Border will grow. Question how quickly we can get the Great General. We have to do it quickly before the board grows too much. We won't be able to get to the wonder. And then, on the other hand, with what I'm planning, do we really care about +2 movement and wonder that scales food? The +2 movement would be amazing for another domination victory. We'll see. Probably it's not that important this time. Okay, go. So we are not getting pyramids. But important thing is we got Petra. It scared me that someone built Petra. +1 gold on all deserts. That should help us with the income. Gains additional trade route slot and caravan appears in the city. The problem is we can't use the caravan to trade with Darius. We would lose it. There's no way we'll stay friendly even after this war. And this war, and in 15 turns another one will start. Fortify. What are our options? +2 from Prague. If I send it to Prague, we're gonna lose it to Persian units. I think the caravan will just sit here until we peace out. Then we try Persepolis, maybe? Don't even have the option to go to Persepolis. It's definitely not safe sending it anywhere. It's not worth the risk because the gain is 1 or 2 gold per turn and we are risking the caravan. It's very likely that we're gonna lose it either to Persia or to barbarians, so for now I'll just wait. Fortify. Okay, so much for pyramids, and this one could be dangerous. Unknown Civ, okay. So now, as much as I would like to get the shrine, I think I can't afford to wait. Let's queue up set. How long until we get more people? 4 turns. Could maybe wait, get that shrine, and then get 2 settlers. I have no idea where we're gonna get units. We get more production somehow. Can't afford to slow down the culture. You'll be able to work this tile in 4 turns. It's probably the best we can do. But we still don't have the damned wheat. Well, let's make a cut here. I will have to think about this for a while. I'll have to like check the timers properly and make sure that we are as effective as possible and that everything is lined up well. We have 14 turns for writing also. 15 turns for the next social policy. So in 15 turns, we want to start working on the Great Library, which means we just get Shrine, then we get the Settler. That kind of lines up. Should probably be able to get the Settler in 8 turns with different, working different tiles, so it should line up perfectly with the social policy. Right after the Settler, we switch to Great Library. Problem is 30 turns for the Great Engineer. It's a long time. It's longer than I thought. The Petra actually didn't make enough of a difference. Well, as I said, we'll see. I'll give myself some more time. So this episode is over. As usual, I hope that you liked it. I hope that you can join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.